what's up everybody? Welcome back to Harvest Moon. Oh yeah, we already saw that. I was about to say, hey, we got something new, but I remembered right before I said it that we actually saw that in the last episode. Alright, what we got? Moon viewing day. Moon viewing day. Why was that so hard to say? Tonight the moon will be at its most beautiful. I think that's one of those things where we have to talk potpourri on Tuesday and make plans to go see it. But anyway, we're gonna go take care of our crops, you know, like we do every day. Get anything in the mail? No. We never get any mail. Everybody hates us. Alright, we got eggplants ready. Guess I'll go ahead and see if you guys make milk. No? I don't think I was in the right place. Nope. Alright. Just keep being assholes. Don't make milk or anything. You guys costing me money. I just wasted some food. I think I'm letting you guys live here for free, feeding you guys for free. Need to start pulling your own weight or producing your own milk. God damn it, how did I miss a line of eggplants? I swear I have no recollection of not watering that bottom line. I'm really starting to think that occasionally the game just screws you. Whatever, though. I'll just get it back on the right track by not watering that whole patch today, and I'll just catch that one line. In fact, let me go ahead and do that before I forget, because I will forget. Although I feel like if I didn't water that one line, I probably didn't water, you know, this area either, but I mean, clearly I did because I got eggplants from here. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, sometimes I think the game is like, oh yeah, you definitely watered this, but we're just not gonna remember it. So, fuck you. Yeah, you want to go ahead and be full? Okay, I'll go empty you. Damn, it's already 10:30. How much money do we have? Oh yeah, we got monies. I think I might see if I remembered to store those, like, greenish blue, like aqua colored diamond things that you get from the winter mine. See if I remember to store some of those in the cabinet, because that's what we need to get a cheese maker and a mayonnaise maker. And if I did remember to store one, then I think I might go ahead and go put in an order for a mayonnaise maker. Of course, there's actually a recipe for mayonnaise as well. I always thought that was a little odd that there's a machine that makes mayonnaise for you, but then there's also a recipe that makes mayonnaise. And I want to say that if you cook the mayonnaise in the kitchen, that you can't sell that mayonnaise. It looks exactly the same, but I'm pretty sure you can't sell that one, which is just fucking odd. But I'm pretty sure this is the last of our eggplants. We already took care of our chickens. I know we took care of the cows. Yes, that is all of our eggplants. Might as well just go ahead and plop this crap in there. Oh, you sound like you're in a bit of a bad mood. I'm not really in a bad mood. I'm just frustrated. Ooh, strawberries. Oh shit, they're ready! Well, alright then. Anyway, I'm not in a bad mood, I'm just frustrated. And I'm not, like, frustrated with the game or making videos or anything like that. Just, I don't know, I guess post vacation, damn it, gotta catch everything up, even though I had stuff stocked up, you know, while you're gone on vacation, stuff is gonna pile up. It's just like an inevitable sequence of bullshit that occurs with going on vacation. Anyway, we're going to store some of these strawberries, and we're going to check the cabinet, and hopefully I did put some shit in the cabinet. But to elaborate on that whole stuff accumulating, for those of you that are unaware, this is not the only channel that I do stuff for. Like, that was a really awkward way of saying that, but yes, this is my main channel, and while I don't have a secondary channel directly, I do manage 3 other channels for other people, and I also do other work for other channels. Want that mayonnaise maker, yo? 5 days? Fuck you. But yeah, not counting this channel, I do editing for 1, 2, 3. I do editing for at least 4 other channels that I can think of right off the top of my head. Oh, I already watered that plot. Duh. And like, I'm not complaining about that. I enjoy doing it, but for the most part, 2 of those channels are one of those channels is basically defunct at this point. Haven't done anything for them in several months. The other channel is on a temporary hiatus, but is coming back. The third channel is the Universal Nerd channel, which hasn't fully taken off yet, but is about to. Right now, pretty much the only thing that's going up there is the stream replays for the game club streams that happen over on Facebook. So for right now, you know, there's not a whole lot of going on with those channels, but I also occasionally edit videos for Word of the Nerd, and while they're relatively simple to edit, you know, they come in large batches, which again, I'm not complaining about at all. I don't mind doing the work. But, you know, when you come back and you've got like 15 videos sitting waiting to be edited from all of those, well, except for the one that's defunct, obviously, it's just a little like, oh my god, where do I start? Plus, you know, having to do those around my own content. And obviously, my content is going to come first, and I'm pretty sure everybody else understands and respects that. And I try to do it equally, like, until I get caught up, I'm only recording one episode per day, which probably after today I'll be all caught up. And keep in mind that I didn't start catching all this stuff up until Sunday. Like, when I was sick, I was like, fuck it, I'm not doing anything. Alright, look, cows, y'all really gotta start making some milk soon. This is turning into some bullshit. No pun intended, because cows, bulls, shit. Anyway, I think I'm done rambling about all that. I'm sure not many of you even cared to hear all that, but now you have, and you can never unhear it. Mwahahaha. And, you know, as I stated in yesterday's episode, these next few are gonna still be on the short format, just because I'm trying to conserve my voice the best I can. And even the little bit that I did yesterday, after I was done, I could feel, you know, the scratchiness coming back. So I'm still not 100% out of the woods, but it's definitely not the cold that's affecting me. It's the fucking pollen. Oh my god. Like, that is probably the worst thing about taking that trip, is you're somewhere where there is absolutely zero pollen count. Like, pollen does not exist at all. And get used to breathing like this completely clean air of pollen. I mean, you know, not like, you know, pollution or whatever, but this completely pollen-free air is what I should have said. And then you come back and all you see in the distance is just a yellow fog. For those of you who don't know, pollen is typically yellow colored. Like, bright yellow. And if you don't know what fog is, well, I don't know how to explain it in a way that you'll understand it. Clouds on the ground. And even though I, like, prepared ahead of time and like took a double shot of the nasal spray as soon as I got back to, you know, where there was a visible amount of pollen. It just got in my system, and combined with, you know, being sick from the cold, and oh, it fucking sucked. And it still does. I mean, it's way better now because my nose is mostly clear again. Because the fucking worst part about nasal spray is if you're all congested and have a runny nose and shit, you can't snort the spray. And if you can't snort the spray, it doesn't do you any good. But I'm finally to where I can be like, ah. But it's kind of like having to start over, whereas, like I explained, that it usually takes, you know, 3 or 4 days for the spray to start taking full effect, because it's got to, like, your body's got to get used to it, I guess. And, like, I'm on day 2. Pretty much no effect. And, you know, I'm not worried about it because I know I've complained that I've gone through a lot of different allergy medications and they all stopped working. This one hasn't stopped working. It's just taking the regular amount of time that it always has. On a slightly different topic, though, I randomly decided to grab a box, a case. I don't really know the correct terminology for this. And then, like, it's not even a 12-pack, because, like, regular sodas come in 12-pack, but this one came in an 8-pack, and just by saying that number, some of you probably already know what I'm about to say, but I randomly decided to just grab a box and try LaCroix. And, you know, I've seen it in stores, I've heard people talk about it, and been trying to do better with, like, you know, not drinking sodas and all that. And, you know, sometimes you just gotta have a soda with certain foods. Like, if you're having, like, a steak, water's just not gonna cut it. I'm sorry. You gotta have, you know, good Dr. Pepper or something. Not that this is sponsored by Dr. Pepper. It is sponsored by Catalyst Mints, though. Thank you. Link in the description. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah. But LaCroix is like sparkling water. And I've tried sparkling water in the past. Like the Don Perrier and the other one that kind of sounds like another dog name. The one that comes in like the really pretty blue bottle. Kind of reminds me of Sky Vodka. You know, I've tried all of those. Those are all unflavored, or the one with lemon. None of it was good. So LaCroix is a sparkling water, but it's got other flavors in it. Like, they got a whole bunch of flavors, but the one that I picked up, because it seemed like the best one to start off with, probably, was the cherry lime. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. It's still sparkling water. I mean, obviously it's still sparkling water, but the majority of the taste is sparkling water. You don't get the flavoring until like an aftertaste. But I like it. Also, I tried it, you know, room temperature. and chilled. At room temperature, the flavoring is kind of light. But when you chill it first, and like not putting it on ice, but like putting it in the refrigerator or a cooler or something, spinach seeds are here. Alright. Then, like the flavor becomes way more enhanced. Like instead of it being an aftertaste, it kind of jumps up to the front of the line. It's like, hey, here's some cherry lime flavor, and also sparkling water. So, like, I've been, you know, I drink water, but I always gotta have the flavor pouches to go in it. And although that makes it not quite as good for you, blah, 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 who cares? But regardless, it's still better for me than, you know, drinking 3 or 4 sodas a day if I drink 3 or 4 bottles of water a day with some fucking kiwi strawberry flavoring. Right? Yeah. But still, the kiwi strawberry flavoring in the water, or whatever flavor I have, just doesn't go with some meals. So I'm thinking it might be the lack of carbonation. So that's why I kind of wanted to try this stuff. And so far, it's working out pretty good. I know this is like the lamest shit to talk about, but there really isn't anything in the game to talk about. I mean, we're kind of at a, not a stuck point, but you guys know what's going on in the game. We're doing this over and over and over again. And we still got a whole nother year of this in-game year, not real life year. Yeah. I mean, we could keep going for a whole nother year in real life, but I don't think any of us want that. Even as much as I enjoy playing this game, eventually it does just come to the point where it's like, alright, we've done everything. Eventually, I could win the dog race and get that final power berry that I've never gotten before. If it's even a power berry there. I'm pretty sure there's a power berry there. I swear I looked it up. According to the notes on my board, there's a power berry, but there's also a question mark beside it. It's like, I want to say when I looked it up, way before I started this, one guide said that it gives you a power berry, the other one didn't. So, it's all just fucking confusing. And I think we are going to call it at the end of today. I think I want to save the moon viewing day for the next episode. Mostly just because that's an event that takes place at night, and I want to say it's late at night. Like, I think you have to wait until 10 to activate it. So I'm going to save that for day 1 of the next episode, and hopefully there will be a lot of crops to pick and stuff, you know, to kill the time. Alternatively, I'll do the fast forward thing once all the crops, or once everything, the chores. Why was that so hard to think of? But once all the chores are done, I'll fast forward until it's time to go to look at the moon. But I don't really want to include that in this episode, just in case there's a whole bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, and we're already at like 25 minutes, and just a heads up, when we do get the mayonnaise machine, it will be right here. But yeah, I think that'll be a good way to start off the next episode. Because hopefully we'll have stuff to do. At the very least, the eggplants might be ready again. And I'm just kind of picking these old school without the basket. I'm going to grab the basket now, but I figure while I was down there, I might as well go ahead and get them. Alright! Damn, it's only the 12th of fall. I got so used to doing the long format episodes to where it was like a week in a, a week in an episode. That now that these short formats are only getting like 2 or 3 days accomplished, it's like, oh my god, it's taking forever. I mean, it's not taking forever, it's still essentially the same amount of time, just spread over more episodes. Which is in no way me trying to pad out this series. It's just how it had to land. But as soon as I can get rid of all of this fucking phlegm in my throat, I plan on going back to, the 45-minute to an hour-long series. And we're going to knock this game out real soon. Alright. Everything is watered. All the animals taken care of. Oh, did I water the stuff in the hothouse? I can't tell. Okay, yeah, I did. Alright, well, with all that done, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check the links in the description. Definitely check out Catalyst Mints. As always, thank you for sponsoring my content. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Let's stop.